though.
interested.
Forget it. Their small things are what makes the majors so great, and the small things like the great players we're seeing from these regions.
Yes.
MVD versus Tohru, starting on Town and City. Snake Palu, let's get right into it.
Yeah, Snake does like a stage like this because it gives you a lot of space to just run around, throw your grenades, place your C4 on the platform, and randomly the opponent's going to die at 90 because they were not expecting to get hit by that. Palu, on the other hand, likes these smaller side blast zones, and it's a big space, and Palu is fast and does have that movement to get around these grenades quite well. So it's a nice trade-off for both these characters.
I do love the fact that MVD, as every Snake knows, they need to start trading those explosions. They don't care if they also get caught in the radius of explosion, because ultimately he knows that he's aiming for these situations where the percentage is high enough so that you don't have enough time or not the reaction where you're busted enough to just miss out the tech opportunities. And of course, once you're at the right percentage, those up tilts that would definitely be the prime star of this match.
I like to refer to Snake as an EMP character because he does a really good job of disrupting autopilots, right? You get too comfortable, you're going to throw it down there, boom, back air, big range. You get a little too comfortable recovery, boom, see, Nikita, boop, 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 you're gone, right? And MVD doing already a great job of catching those options from Tohru, and Tohru already on the back foot but still trying to close the stock. I like the idea but not going to find that just yet.
And the nice thing about the Cypher from Snake is you can cancel it whenever you want, which makes landing against Palu with those oppressive up air a lot harder to actually get than one would like to think. And MVD is living at 157%, which, that's a lot, but it is Snake. But either way, that's against Palu. Palu does not struggle to kill like that.
See, that's just what he wants, right? That's exactly what MVD wants. He's waiting for that perfect opportunity, whether it's the C4, whether it's the up tilt, maybe even a grab. He's going to fish for it? No, just waiting for the perfect moment for the up tilt to come out and do its thing. Now, MVD looking mighty, mighty powerful still. Momo on his first stop.
Every time a Palutena gets hit with Snake up tilt, Angel loses its wings. It's so tragic to see, but still MVD in the driver's seat right now, using that down tilt. We were talking about this earlier, Nick. Snake down tilt is a very, very crazy move. And of course, he's doing a really good job of finding those pickups, getting that damage up. All this rage on this Snake. See, Tohru is struggling to take this right now, but finally going to find it with the back throw.
But even something interesting about this match is Snake is tied among, I believe, with Wii Fit for the Wii Fit and Kirby for the lowest crouch in the game. And I do know from a Wii Fit side, Wii Fit can crouch underneath Palu back air, grab, and dash attack. So which means if the assumption that Snake shares the same crouch height, means Snake could do it too, which could come into play later on. But I will say Tohru has been playing this stock rather well, just has to find a way to take it.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Where did this game go?
Good opportunity for Tohru to just bring it back. It didn't seem possible at the beginning, but it's looking a little bit more now that he's struggling, figuring out what he needs to do. MVD is still fishing for those explosive moments, a good interaction, a good opportunity. That stage is absolutely under control, under lockdown with those explosives, and as soon as you break the distance, you know that you're going to land right on the boot.
I like the idea there of kind of playing more towards the ground. I like Tohru was kind of bringing that back towards the end, again saying, okay, I'm getting called out in the air a lot. MVD doing a great job of calling me out in the air a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep my feet on the ground. I'm going to chill out. MVD's like, okay, but you hit my shield once, and I'm just going to up kick you.
Yeah.
I'm getting you out of there, and that's going to close it out. Again, we need to do more of that adapting on the fly. Tohru, of course, keeping that close, but you just need to bring that into the rest of the set. And there's a very real chance that Tohru could bring this back to his favor.
And we saw how close he was after that second stock. Granted, third MVD instantly shut the one down, but the fact that he was able to take that second stock after such a dominant first two from MVD shows that he's still putting in the effort. And going back to this stage in Game 2, it shows that Tohru doesn't think it's a stage problem. He thinks it's just the mistakes he made and what happened. And that could be important for later on with the mentality, honestly.
And it's showing up right now. Tohru doing a phenomenal job at keeping MVD at a bit of a disadvantage, making sure that his projectiles are not a threat at this point, despite the fact that Nikita there almost put Tohru in a very uncomfortable situation. Those traits are still benefiting Palutena. They're lightweight, maybe a factor to consider, but so far MVD struggling to find that breaking point. Now, it doesn't seem to be the case right now, because MVD is slowly getting into the hang of things. And knows that he could just need one good hit in order to take the stock thanks to the rage that he's built.
Okay, like MVD won a lot of air-to-airs last game, and we're seeing he's kind of getting a little too comfortable right now, right? Like he tried to look for that nair pickup. He tried to fight. You gotta remember, you're still fighting Palutena. Like just because you did good the last game fighting certain interactions does not mean, oh, well, I can just find everything now. I just go back to playing my normal game. No, you cannot. You're still playing Palu, and you still gotta find those stocks in the way that you have to in this matchup.
Tohru is so scared. They were just staring at each other for like a solid 3 seconds. Just in shield, really going back to the Smash 4 right there. Just
Remember when you run up shield, and then I'd run up shield, and we just spent hours looking at the neutral?
But right up tilt's gonna take the stock for MVD. Tohru is still with a nice like little 39% lead, which is pretty good.
Yeah, so far it's right within Palutena's string opportunities. Of course, those grenades will allow Tohru to extend them just a little bit, waiting for the landing, not doing anything. Just trying to recognize those patterns that MVD is picking. Careful, beautiful back air, still not enough to take the stock. Snake is going to ignore them. And even though it was stale, he was still able to take the stock there. That's absolutely beautiful and absolutely pivotal for this set.
Tohru looking like a smooth criminal right now. So I've dropped off those platforms nice and quickly there, dude. Getting out here, playing super well, using those disjoints to play around that Snake on that ledge. Again, finding the drag down nairs, finding so much damage on these air-to-airs. MVD, so we're seeing the comfort is coming to his bane right now. Finally trying to get back and use that back air, but it might be a little too late because Tohru is up so much in this game too.
Yeah, and he's just not letting MVD get back into it right now. Just consistent pressure, and it seems like he seems like he's one step ahead with these aerials. And
Ooh,
that was kind of nice. Still not catching on the tech. Great read though, great opportunity. Yeah,
he did the thing.
Get away,
He did the thing.
Trying to get away with a crawl, you absolutely love to see it.
Ooh, and that's gonna barely take it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Tohru playing fantastic, but MVD still taking that stock. He's teabagging. He's feeling himself. Tohru with that lead there saying, I'm not approaching Snake. You're down, you gotta get back in no matter what way you can. And once it's to almost max rage, Snake could definitely take a stock very early. MVD, it's gonna be so hard to make it back, especially with Tohru sitting so comfortable on the ledge.
Oh no.
Oof. Oh, what's going on here?
Really good roll coming out from MVD to avoid that grenade explosion. But Tohru's gonna have to actually find a way to get in there without taking all this damage, because if he lets MVD keep getting these trades, it's going to go south really fast.
Now watch out, Tohru being extremely cautious, holding that middle stage, knowing that he has nothing to worry about at this point. Great C4, still not enough to take the stock, not the percentage that he requires for it. Forward air that doesn't take the stock, but he's scratching, he's caressing that platform, that blast zone on the left. But the up
Manja!
Adios, nos vamos a mimir. That's the first game that Tohru gets in this set. And now that things are even, this is looking like a mighty fine set ahead for us.
Hit him with the Yolla. Rahman Fok. Get him out of there. He finds it up throw, and Tohru played so patiently there. Did such a good job of just like playing his Palutena game, saying like, hey man, I know you want to sit there and space with your back airs and try to stay out of my zone, but if I'm able to stay close to the ground and find like pickups with like the landing nairs and get that nair, I can just get that damage back up and bring this damage so far and just take the lead and just run with it.
I think, Nick, you were actually right? It was not the stage. It was something in his playstyle.
I wouldn't be surprised if we just ran the whole set to Town and City, because it seems to be benefiting both, not even just like a character thing, it seems to be benefiting both these players. And they both seem really comfortable on it. It's legitimately just these like 2 interactions or callouts that are changing the whole set of the whole pace of the set.
A wise man once told me, no one ever goes to Town and City with good intentions.
I mean, you're right.
Calle, escuchaste? Cabrón, but yeah, just like that, it is exactly what's been, what we've seen so far. You know that Palutena on low percentages is going to try to go around and take you for as long as a ride as she can. Unfortunately, that's only 47%, which is pretty standard, not gonna lie, but things are looking quite even so far. It is Tohru once again who's putting all the work to get MVD in a constant stage of disadvantage.
I heard Paulo Kage talk about this the other day, right? Snake forward air is the slowest aerial in the game, and he got called out hard for it.
Apparently a true combos, which I'm really hoping Quinn was lying to me when he said that, but I mean, if that's true, I mean, good for him, but we see why it being the slowest aerial has its downfalls there. Tohru going to be able to avoid it, and MVD going to get hard punished for committing to that.
Both cheesing the grab there, very unfortunate, but that only means that we get to start the second stock for each of the sides, relatively even in terms of percentage. Palutena still on the lead, Tohru doing a phenomenal job with the pressure that he's putting out, and of course taking advantage of every time MVD makes a mistake when it comes to landing or a choice that puts Tohru in a very good situation to just get him off stage once again and basically rinse and repeat.
One thing we failed to mention, while the auto reticle doesn't explode the grenades, it does bounce them back at Snake, right? It does a good job of knocking them away, keeping the space. So while you might not get the hits from auto reticle, you're keeping that space away from MVD, trying to get the damage with the grenades, and then finding that in. Once he gets a little bit like tilted, like, oh, you're getting rid of my grenades, I'm gonna go for an aggressive option. You find the aggressive option yourself and get the damage out.
Oh,
there it is. He's doing it.
Nick reference. Nick reference.
Nick reference.
But yeah, the crouch coming into play, they're going to be able to get underneath that grab, and that was such, even with the optimal DI on Snake up to not living that, and that's big. That's Snake with the lead now, and we haven't seen MVD with one of these in a while.
At least not in this game for sure, and Tohru's not too far behind though. Definitely a back air could make it if it's close enough to the ledge, but MVD definitely going for those crawls, getting for the low profiles, knowing that Tohru will struggle to grab him when he's actually fishing for those no spike, and that Nikita is going to allow MVD to select, basically, depending on what Tohru does at landing.
Oh, there we go, looking for the opening up there. MVD coming out of the corner with that Snake dash attack, a very strong move to keeping the pressure up. Tohru again trying to fight out of the corner, playing very patiently, looking for the opening when he needs to. Even when he's not at the center of the lead, still that pacing can be so smart because you've got 4 minutes left in the game. You've got time to take the slow, but MVD is now getting damage up and up and up where he can. And Tohru, you need to take a stock very soon because this is not looking very good for you right now.
Especially with all this rage building up on Snake. You saw how early that up tilt killed last time, but luckily for Tohru, we've calmed it down a little bit. We're back at an even last stock. Unfortunately, though, you're still behind Snake with the lead.
And now this is a very important situation for both of them, where 60%, even though it's not a lot, Palutena could definitely bring it up with just one string of nairs. Tohru recognizes this. He knows that he needs to stay back and make use of the plethora of projectiles that MVD is providing with. Unfortunately, he's getting eaten up by them, and Nikita on their way down. Now careful here, because MVD could definitely pull something off with this insane amount of pressure that he's putting from a safe distance.
Oh my God! Ooh.
He's walking.
Woo, woo, woo. Oh my God!
Oh,
that was a Street Fighter combo. That was crazy. Get him back on the stage. He's trying so hard. MVD setting up at the ledge there again. So we're trying to get back. We're getting called to jump there with the Nikita. I keep saying this. We circle back to this all the time. Once one player gets a lead, they just get way too comfortable. Tohru is bringing out such aggressive options. We saw the second stock going for that big aggressive down air. We saw him trying to jump in. Oh, well, I found him there last game, so it'll work again. Nope. The aggression is going to be the bane of you. You're going to get a lot off of it. You're also going to lose a lot going for too much.
Yeah, and I think we ran him back to Town City once again. Tohru obviously not thinking it's a stage problem. And that's good, because when you're able to accept the fact that it's my fault, you know, maybe I'm the problem.
And you know what? Sorry that I'm cutting you off. I'm actually a little concerned about Tohru here, because he was trying to hold back. You know, he was, okay, I'm going to stay back. I'm just going to wait for you. But that didn't work out for him. So when do you find peace? When do you find a moment to think, you know, to get a new game plan for it to work and get something out of, hey, even at a disadvantage, you can still try something? It doesn't seem to be the case for Tohru at this instance.
Here we go, though, now. Trying to catch that F tilt, get MVD out of the corner, looking for a back throw there. Tohru, again, finding more of those pickups, saying, hey, okay, keeping more of a level head, saying, okay, I do not need to open with Nair every single time. And that's fine. I can find stuff like that. On 148, of course, I'm not going to take out the top of Town City because it's a very high ceiling. MVD's still able to make it back down. And finding these grabs, MVD has been finding so many of these grabs in such weird places.
And that's going to take it right there. The grenade initially messed up the up air kill, but that side, you're going to be able to take it before any more damage came in on side for Tohru. 57% is still not that much.
Not at all.
Especially if you can start consistently trading with Snake, that's going to be really good for you.
Yeah, especially at low percentages, Palutena could definitely run away with a little bit of thievery, right? A couple nairs. Careful, is that C4? Is it stuck? It is stuck now. Is it not? There you go. There you go. Waiting for it.
Wait, grenade?
Extremely patient as to not to explode. First time we see the counter though, and it works.
So I don't have the onomatopoeia right now, bro. I'm shook right now.
Oh.
Tohru still hanging on, catching the spot dodge with that jab. Tohru going crazy right now, 57% going up again.
Nice.
He's definitely matching MVD's energy right now. They are calling out defensive options left and right.
There's that C4, that's a bad air dodge, and that's going to let MVD get back to stage for free. Something to note about Grenade is that it has a bigger hitbox for the last person that held it. So, I mean, that's a bigger hitbox for the, no, sorry. It's a smaller hitbox for the last person that held it.
That's right.
So that could come into play later on. But, you know, it isn't even playing much right now because we aren't seeing much catching from Tohru. It's just hitting them back, if anything, or just running up and shielding.
Now watch out, because Tohru is definitely in a very good position to finally take MVD's second stock while still sitting on his first one, waiting on the landing. It's extremely important because that's where Tohru has been finding the best moments, the best opportunities to actually punish one more stock. Tohru is what Tohru needs in order to bring this set into a Game 5 situation. You'll love to see it despite the first stock being taken. Still, MVD has a bit of a hill to climb.
Tohru is breaking MVD's ankles right now with this movement, finding those roll-ins, finding those crazy defensive habits, saying like, hey man, I am all the way up in your head right now. I don't need my insane Palutena combos, but hey, that damage, it's gonna help. And you're getting way too comfortable throwing out your snake in the corner because I'm ready for them.
And we see this Nair train coming out. These backers are putting in so much work for Tohru right now because they're just, you know, either beating out straight up, beating MVD, or even they reflected.
Oh my lord!
Wow.
Oh my lord!
That was absolutely stunning.
That was the most dominant game of the set so far.
For sure. Tohru definitely let loose
Sweat off my
in
brow.
this Game 4, really wanting us to enjoy the last that we can afford in this set, and also the last game that you guys get to enjoy if you have
Our
enjoyed
beautiful
it
voices
from us. Yeah, so
Maybe
this is do or die for both of them. At least it will determine who goes on the winner side of things, and on the loser side of top 48. This is it, really. Is this what you would consider an upset for Tohru if he
Definitely
wins?
a big upset.
Not an upset.
Not an upset.
We're taking us to Hollow Bastion.
Actually.
This is actually a mix-up here in the set. You thought we were going to take
Oh,
the
sí,
single
sí,
set.
sí,
How are you
cierto.
feeling about Hollow Bastion?
Hollow Bastion, okay, any stage that's a single, okay, I'm going to say any stage with
Alright,
a
speak. You got it.
platform, any stage that's a platform for a Snake is going to be good. But any stage with a singular platform is so good for Snake, because how do you get by when there's a grenade and a C4 on it?
I don't know. I'm thinking that Palutena could definitely try to get something started with their back airs, specifically like just using that central platform to just reposition. And of course, I mean, you got that teleport cancels to some degree, so it will afford her a little bit of extra mobility. We're not seeing that so far. It's basically MVD controlling every single aspect of neutral. Careful, Mikita could have been extremely dangerous when stuck from the back, but still not catching the landing, and the wind box allowing that grenade to stop under tracks.
Really good stuff from MVD. Basically taking you to a smaller stage, saying, hey, you're stuck here with Snake. I'm not stuck here with you. You're stuck here with me.
Is that C4?
Smaller space with, there it is. Smaller space with Snake is going to be really scary because he has more of that stage dominated by those grenades and the C4, and then also time spent with those up smashes. Now, we didn't see too much up smash this set, and suddenly MVD's throwing it out and finding those stocks at the ledge very early, very pivotal first stock for MVD.
Yeah, and the low profile in the back air, letting back air is going to avoid it. And that's going to be huge because Tohru needed that advantage state, because letting MVD back here is just going to add more damage on.
Nick, I definitely see what you meant about Snake taking advantage of the central platform. Despite the fact of what I said, it's definitely more of MVD just taking advantage of the places that he can put the C4 and how much of stage control MVD gets every time a C4 is stuck by the ledge of the platform. Like, it doesn't matter which side it is, it basically controls how Tohru will have to approach and move around it in order to not get caught by the explosion.
That's also a good point because MVD is dominating this platform right now. The grenade toss up so perfectly, so elegantly onto the platform, dominates with that C4 there too, is using those huge hitboxes, but missing the ledge there unfortunately, and this could be very, very big. We're hearing the energy right now. SoCal is popping off for their boy.
Yeah, we even see Tohru thought he had a read on MVD there, but MVD's going to come down swinging, and that's not great because you just took an additional 20% for existing. How does a rocket survive an explosion?
That was so weird.
We threw logic out of the window when you told me that grabbing a grenade and throwing it makes it smaller.
It does.
That logic is gone.
I'll give it up. I'll give it up.
All right, now we'll talk here because Tohru is caught and fortunately manages to survive up here to put the Palutena in a very dire situation. Still manages to escape, but that's only to get sent into the opposite side of the stage. We're now fighting on the right side until Tohru
Oh my God!
something to say against it. Still surviving.
What was that?
Now let's make use of this range.
Dude, that was insane. Tohru is coming alive right now. The energy of the venue, he's challenging it within him. It's getting insane right now. Looking to find an opening here on MVD. Trying to find a
That's
grab.
gonna be it.
And that Nair is going to do it. And Tohru is on possibly his final stock of winner's side.
Yeah, but we've seen how he is. And what is that?
Hello?
He took 54.
Who's that? Hello? Hungry Box, are you there? H-Box, what's happening?
He did. Armada did what?
MVD did what?
All right, Tohru still with an opportunity to bring it back. However, every single explosion is going to put it. Okay.
Oh, what's going on?
That was a beautiful stock still with a surviving opportunity. As you said, Momo, the venue pops up right now. They're screaming. They're yelling one more stock. It's very doable, but MVD still doesn't want to let it happen.
Ooh, Tohru on the grass, so close, but of course 109%, so close yet so far. MVD trying to keep this lead at 140. It's going to be so tough because one single normal, so close, 20% away from getting that grab confirmed. Finding those nairs, keeping the pressure on 51%. This game is so close. Nick, please, I need a chance to breathe.
He is pressuring so much with that grenade. That's huge, actually. Are you landing? Oh, they avoided C4. The back hit.
No
that
spike.
could have been it.
Nothing happens, just that
Oh,
they're
Nick, get back
fumbling.
off this ledge.
Gets the regrab. Now careful here because they're both really wanting to find a good opportunity, a good moment here to get something started. Momo, they need a backer. They need something to get the stock, but it's just not
finds it
happening.
back to that Nair. Tohru trying to find an opening here from the anti-air on MVD. Catch the landing. Got to be careful here because MVD's trying to make it back. One of those grenades here. The backer now landing your stand. The jab on the shield. Oh my God, the mix-up not going for the full jab. Tohru trying so hard to take it. Back here. And Tohru gets the upset. Tohru 3-2 over MVD. What an upset. SoCal is on their feet.
Absolutely ridiculous. You love to see it. The energy of the people here, the energy of the people in chat. I can feel it through your fingers, through your words. We appreciate that you stayed with us, that you enjoyed every single moment that this that this blog had to offer. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. This is Wave B of Pool.